When I initially listed this, there was a tenant in place. The tenant I put in there, a rental referral that I gave to, I think it was actually my ex-girlfriend at the time, who was with another company. She closed them and put the woman in there. She was there a couple years, had no intention of leaving, but the owners were like, we want to sell this thing. Confronted the tenants. Tenant was not happy, but kicking and screaming, she understood she had to go. She assured me that the place would be show ready for buyers to view. So I didn't go and see it. That was my mistake, because we had 10, 15 showings in the first 2 weeks. It was probably agent 8 or 9, who was a friend of mine, who sent me pictures and said, hey, you need to know what this place looks like, because I can't see you getting an offer when it looks like this. He sent me pictures. It was a shit show. Boxes everywhere, dog hair everywhere, dog feces. So what we had to do was, and the owners did not want me to take it off the market, because if I do and she leaves, now they're out rent for a month or two. And it was $3,300 they were getting. But I said, look, guys, she has to leave for us to be able to do this. And then we needed new carpet. And then we needed to freshen up the unit. And this is all money out of their pocket. Why? Because I thought listing it early and just getting it on the market was going to get it done, and it didn't. And I apologized to them and said, I messed up. This is my fault. I over-anticipated the condition of the unit based on what she told me, and it was my mistake. And you know what the seller said to me? You're damn right it is. It is your fault. You told us that this unit was ready, you could sell it, and that this is what it was worth. And I said, listen, I said, Christy, you are free to do what you want. If you're looking to get another agent, I totally understand. I said, all I'd ask for is a little bit of time to rectify the situation and fix it. And she said, okay. And then they did the work that I had suggested. We ended up getting 2 offers. The first buyer, they couldn't perform. We went with the second offer, and we just closed. And I had a conversation with them afterward, and I said to them, thank you for holding me accountable for my mistake. We're not perfect as agents and brokers. We're not. We mess up from time to time. But when we do, I need an owner like yourself to tell me and hold me accountable for my mess up and my screw up. And if you didn't say that, I would have just went along like everything is great, no problem, and then posted, like, another sale that we did good, that's great. Here's my result. Nope. She held me to it and held me to a higher standard. Why? Because we sit here and put out to everybody else that this is what we do every day. We hold ourselves to a higher standard. Well, those are just words until something like this happens and you have to actually take action. And now what is she going to do? She's going to leave me a 5-star review. The owner knew I messed up, but she appreciated that I recognized it. I didn't sweep it under the rug. I called it out, put it in the front, and said, this is what happened. I apologize. I messed up. Let me fix it. And she said, fine. That's where the relationship comes in, because I've known them for 8 years, and that's the only time in 8 years and 4 tenants that I messed up was there. So I built up equity with them, and she let me fix it. So I share that to say with you guys, to be somebody of character, to be somebody of integrity, these are the hard conversations and the actions that it takes that a true leader does. I don't sweep it under the rug. I don't push it away and say, I'm not going to recognize that. We're just going to talk about the good things that happen. No, you guys are going to screw up too. It's part of the business. It's part of being there. We're responsible for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars of these people's money. You have to be on point. And when you mess up, guys, and believe me, you're going to, and when you do, they know it too. It's not that she didn't know I screwed up. She was appreciative that I was open about it and recognized it. I want you to do the same thing. Think of this and say to yourself, if you were the owner, what would you want the agent, your agent, to say to you? What comes to mind? Give me some feedback. Have you had instances like this where you've taken a big misstep with an owner? They've either canceled with you, they've let you fix it, they've berated you. Anybody have anything like that? And don't be embarrassed to tell me or us.
I haven't experienced that yet, but I'm
No,
sure I will.
it'll come.
I haven't
And
had
it's,
enough experience yet.
but it's good because it lets us know we're human, guys. We're
Yeah.
human. We're not robots, machines that every single thing that we do is a good result, positive result. We're not. We're gonna make missteps. It's not what happens, it's what you do with what happens. That's what defines us as people and as leaders. So everybody on this call is a leader in one way or another. You're getting there in your real estate business. You might be a leader in your family. You might be the one that people come to in your family. I happen to be the one in my family that my family, like in the circle, if it was a wheel, I'm in the middle. I know everything going on with everybody because they all come to me. So that may be you in your own personal life. All right. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Give me some victories.
I have things in the pipeline, but nothing like signed and definite. So,
Talk to me about your pipe. What do you got in the pipe?
working with an investor, sent him some properties. I have someone who's going to send me their requirements for a rental in town. And then
Okay.
another, a fireman that is I'm friends with, he wants to buy an investment property. I actually
Sweet.
set him up with Ingrid, so working on
Nice.
getting him pre-approved. Yeah, because the unit he wanted in Bayonne was actually under attorney review, so I told him he didn't move fast enough.
Yep.
So
Good.
yeah,
Good. But the
but
good news is, Jenna, is inventory is rising.
yeah.
There's a good number of properties on the market right now in Bayonne, if that's what he wants.
Yeah, I'm not too sure yet. I gotta see what he gets pre-approved for and stuff so that I could work with him on things. It might have
Yeah.
just been a unit that he saw that he liked.
Yep.
He's kind of hard to get a hold of a lot though with work.
Well, yeah. If, I mean, what do they do? 24 on, and
Yeah.
then
And then he also has a side business on the side where he power washes, so he's
yeah.
around.
Yep. 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 Yeah. So it's hard, but that's good.
Yeah.
You got people in the pipe, man. You didn't have a pipe before. Now you're starting to build up ones. And what'll happen is you'll close one, and then he goes away. You ask for the review, get a review from him. And remember, don't. So this is good. So I forgot. My assistant forgot to put a review out to two clients before we closed because our SOP is 2 days before they close. You put it out. She forgot on both, and now I'm struggling to get both reviews. So do it like 2 days. Well, I'll get them, but because they were referrals.
Mm-hmm.
2 days before you close, get the review, and then as that happens, one leaves, one comes in, one closes, two come in, and that's how you keep building your churning your pipeline. And then you ask him, "Hey, who do you know? I'm imagining you've been very happy with my service, Joe. Who do you know that would benefit from purchasing an investment property through me?"
I always, if they do it, I gift them like a gift card to like Starbucks or
Yeah,
something like that. They love
totally.
it. They like go crazy over it.
Send them like $20 or $30 to Amazon. Just have them dump it into
Yeah.
their like Amazon and they get a text. It's like, oh, whoa, what is this from? And it's like, Jenna just sent you $30. Cool. That's awesome. Congrats, Jenna. And again, lean on me when you have properties that you're thinking of putting under contract or you're putting an offer together. Reach out to me and I'll help you any way I can.
Yeah, I reached out to an agent this morning. It's actually the house next to my where I used to live, like growing up. It's
Uh,
it's a huge shithole. But it's an investment property. So, but there's no photos up. So I reached out to the agent to see
mhm.
the condition of it. Um,
Yep.
because yeah, we were trying to figure out if we flip it, what the return would be.
Make sure you get those numbers accurate too. Future pace them. We know that you listen, you hear Aaron talk about it all the time. I'm going over it with clients all the time. There's a gap between what closed in January and where we are now. There is a gap.
Yeah. So there's only two that are comparable, lot wise dimensions. One's in attorney review on the same block. So I was going to reach out to the agent to see what it will sell for.
Yeah.
But even if he were to purchase it and renovate it, we're looking at sometime maybe end of year or next year to put it on the market.
Mm-hmm.
And by that time, I think maybe things will be lower.
You never know.
Yeah.
But
So
hey,
I might need your help on that to give him a number.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're not, we can't predict where the market will be. Can only tell where it is now.
Yeah.
But we can give him trends and give him information based on that. This is where we are now. This is where we think it's going. And it's going to be a matter of how good you can get the property at now, the buy-in number now.
Yeah, it's definitely
That'll be important. Yeah, that'll be important. So talk to me, Dan Werner.
I did have a buyer consultation yesterday, actually.
Heck yes, brother.
Yeah, it was just an old lead that back when I actually was prospecting. I talked with him for a little bit, and then he kind of ghosted me. And I kept trying to follow up, but then he randomly just reached back out to me like a week or so ago. Was curious about a couple of things, and then finally hopped on the phone. Got to go over like what his strategy was and whatnot. And I connected with some lenders. It's a little bit of a tricky situation, but we'll see what we can, like with finances and whatnot, but we'll see what we can do.
This is great. So Dan thinks this is random that he called him. Why do you think he called Dan back instead of somebody else?
He left an impression when he first spoke to him?
Yeah, because he's calling him. He kept following up with him. He's not calling you randomly, Dan. You're following up with him. So when he was ready, he called you. That's how it goes, brother. Imagine if you spoke to him. When's the initial time you spoke to him? How long ago?
It was September last year.
Almost a year ago, right?
Yeah, then we kind of went back and forth. And then I reached out to him like 3 or 4 times with no response. And then I got back to me like a couple ago.
Yep. So imagine you don't call him those 3 or 4 times, and you speak to him in September, and then that's it. You don't follow up with him. Is he calling you back? Probably not. I'm sure he's been solicited by other people. I get solicited all the time for properties that I don't own.
Yeah.
And properties that I do. So it's your follow-up, brother. It's the follow-up. I say it all the time when I'm live prospecting, guys. The juice is in the follow-up. The juice is in the follow-up. It's not the initial call. You make an impression on the initial call. But the juice, the squeeze of where you're going to make your money is in the follow-up. That is where it is. And I know sometimes there are agents that think they are bothering people when you are following up with them. You are not. The only thing that you are doing when you don't follow up with them is taking money out of your own pocket. It's the only thing you're doing. And someone on this call, like Keelan, who has a ridiculous follow-up system, can attest to that. I do too. I don't care about bothering people. I don't give a shit. If you're going to close, I want you to close with me. If you're going to buy something, I want you to buy it with me. If you're going to sell something, I want you to sell it with me. So I'm going to do what I need to do to get it. Keelan, when you follow up with people, do you feel like you're bothering them?
Honestly, I don't know, and I don't really care. I feel like I've kind of got to that point where it's like, I used to think about that, but now I'm just like, I don't really give a shit if I'm bothering them. Like, if they want to do something, then, or if they don't want to do something, more like, they're just going to tell me to fuck off. Like,
yep.
I'll know right away. If I'm bothering them, they're going to let me know. So like, and then I'll just respectfully leave it and I'll just call them back at another time. And they'll usually tell me like why I'm bothering them. Like, they'll be like, I'm not looking to do anything for X amount of time, or I'm with family or whatever. Then it's like, okay, I'll just call back at a different time, or I'll ask them, be like, okay, when's a better time to call back so I'm not interrupting whatever's going on.
Guys, that's what I do. Just so you know, it's exactly what I do. I just told you. I don't give a shit if I'm bothering them. I don't care. If they're going to sell or buy, they're going to do it with somebody. Dan just gave you an example. He kept following up with the guy, and eventually the guy reached out to him. It's not random. It's because Dan was calling him. The juice is in the follow-up, guys. It's in the follow-up. You know the stats. It's an average of 6 to 7 times before we talk to someone before they agree to do something. 6 to 7. So if you give up on time 3 or time 4, you're this close to them doing something, but you've given up. So the next agent who calls them, I guarantee you they're getting them. And it could be a $600,000 sale, $800,000 sale, $500,000. At 3%, that's 15 grand minimum.
And almost all of them gave up eventually. I actually had a guy yesterday that he's canceled 3 tentative appointments with me, and I finally locked him down. And I didn't realize, I never understood why until yesterday. And I've called this guy. I counted. This was my 17th call to this guy.
I love that. Oh, it's so great. Love it.
I just kept digging deeper and going over how Jose's been talking about all hypothetical questions. And one of the things I asked him, because he kept saying how he would just do it if he could get the right number. And it was he's gone everywhere except put it on the market. He's gone to Open Door. He's gone to literally everybody. And I was like, if you knew that, get in, because you wanted to walk away with 700, which on the market, it's absolutely that's very easy to do. It's going to 100% be able to, he's going to walk away even after his debt service with 700. I was like, okay, if you knew that was possible, would you actually do it? He's like, yeah, I would. And I'm like, okay, well, it is possible. I mean, just be honest with me. What's been holding you back? It sounds because he's really he's super easy criteria on the back end. He literally just wants a ranch that's 2 bedrooms. He doesn't even care. And it's somewhat updated. And he was finally told me that another agent brought him it, just brought him a bunch of shitty buyers, and he just got screwed. And I was like, oh, I get it now. You just got screwed by an agent in the past, and you just don't want to get screwed again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I finally, after I acknowledged that, that's when he finally, actually fully committed to an appointment with me, because I found out, that's been the problem this whole time, is he got screwed in the past, and he wasn't willing to tell me that until I just kept asking him questions.
That's it, brother. Oh, that's the I'm not listing for 6. So basically, Keelan just did the I'm not listing for 6 months objection. Because what I say to that is when they say it to me, and if they said if Keelan asked good questions to get to the root of it, when I hear I'm not listing for 6 months, my initial always it's like clockwork. Yep, I'm imagining, Mr. Seller, just by you saying that, I'm imagining that you just don't want to get stuck with another mediocre agent who's going to list your property and then, unfortunately, not perform and bring you buyers that aren't able to purchase. Is that right? Yep. So that's all Keelan did, just in a different way. The seller said it to him in a different manner. He got screwed. Doesn't want to put on the open market. Keelan addressed the objection and. Hey, if there's something like this was possible in the next, say, 30, 45 days, it sounds like you'd want to get the property on the market, and have these buyers competing for each other. But it's just questions.
This guy literally, this was the first time that I'd ever actually had an opportunity to keep digging deeper and keep asking him questions, because every time prior to this, he would cut me off short and make up some BS excuse, I gotta go. Or, you know what? It's nice chatting with you, blah, 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 whatever. And finally, when I didn't even mention this, when I first called him, he didn't even remember who I was again. I know this guy is getting absolutely spammed. It was a circle prospecting call as well, just kind of because it's kind of distressed and people probably call him when they see it on the street.
Sure.
And he was when I said my name and why I was calling again, he's like, oh, you're calling about the property. I remember you now, Keelan. He's like, thought you'd given up on me by now. And I was like, why would I give up on you? He's like, well, everybody else has. So it's
there you go.
Just stop calling him.
I love when I say something and I share something that I know works, and then somebody just confirms it. It works, guys. The juice is in the follow-up. 17 times. If you knew that calling somebody 17 times is going to net you how much, Keelan?
And he's under the impression that it's 6% commission as well, because he said that he's like, agents are getting paid enough. The least you could do is not screw me, and it's like $1.1 million house.
So what's yours going to be? 3 or 4?
4%.
40. Talking about 40. If you knew that calling somebody 17 times is going to net you $40,000 fucking dollars, Are you going to call them 17 times?
I just kept dreading calling him because I remember every time I talked to him, I'm like, this guy just fucking dismisses me every time I call him. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to call him. And I called him. Really good conversation. So I have an appointment with him tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Let me know how it goes. I want to know. I want to hear if you get the. Just send me like it's a go or whatever happens. But I just want to hear.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're going to get it, but
and I fully qualified this time as well. Like all the other ones were tentative because I couldn't understand why he like kept canceling and why he wouldn't like fully commit to it, other than just like a tentative appointment in the calendar.
Yeah.
But this time, like he actually, after I kind of addressed the reason why and I addressed the elephant in the room that he finally let me know about.
Yeah.
Then it was really easy, and I fully qualified him, and like there was no more sales resistance after that.
There's nothing else for me to say. It works. Follow up works. To keep following up 7 to 8 times. That is your average. That you have to talk to somebody before they make a decision. It's not the initial call. You did not do the work. You did a quarter of the work by making the initial call. The other 75% is follow up, then go on the appointment and then get the listing. That's your other 75%. Follow up, appointment, listing. Then knowing how to close on the appointment. That's it. 25% is making the initial calls. That's not going to get it done. Got to have the skills after that to do it. And you know we're here to help you. I'm here to help. Aaron's here to help. Jose's here to help. John's here to help. Lars is here to help. There's people in this org that'll help you guys. You just got to plug in, lock in. I'm talking to another agent from another org that he's not getting the training that he wants. He wants to come over. He's just now nervous about, I have like 2 listings or 3 listings, which is insane. It's short-term. So it's short-term thinking versus long-term thinking. He's short-term thinking, and he's telling himself a story. This is what every agent does. I was victim of it too until Aaron made me think differently because he had like 15 pendings in Keller when he came over. I had like 3 or 4. He's like, who gives a shit? Come over. Long-term versus short-term. You'll make those up in 6 months. And I did. But agents think I got 1 deal, I got 2 deals, I got to wait for these to close, then I'll come over. And then they get another listing or 2. And it just keeps pushing out and pushing out and pushing out. Short-term versus long-term. Thank you, Keelan. I appreciate you sharing. That's exactly the point that I wanted to make today about follow-up. And Keelan just made it. 17 times. Now he's going to list a $1.1 million property and net $40,000. That's what it's all about. That's persistence. That's doing the right thing. That is strategies. That's tactics. That's not mindset. And oh my God, I'm going to do it. I'm this and I'm that. No, that's tactics and strategy. He knows what to do. And we all do. But I know sometimes we think that we're bothering people by following up with them as much as we do. Is there anything that anybody wants? Humberto, good to see you, brother. I know you, what's going on with you real quick before I go?
Hey, good.
What do you got going on?
So I have 3 buyers under contract right now, and
Hell yeah, brother.
and 1 listing hopefully signed today.
Yeah, talk to me. Where'd that come from? What lead source?
So that's actually a referral from an agent in New York.
Nice.
Yeah.
How'd you link up with that agent? How do you know him?
I knew him from the workplace. He reached out.
Oh, EXP Workplace?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
he reached out and said he had this property under contract. So I think he's doing an innovation deal, but he needs someone to list it here in New Jersey.
Yep.
So
25% to him?
no, not he just wants me to list it for 2% for me.
Okay.
No referral fee.
No
So,
referral fee? Okay.
Yeah.
So, because it's his.
Yeah.
Got it. Bro, how much is it? What's it listed for?
So it needs work. So 350.
Gives a shit. So let's say he gets
Where is
350,
it?
guys. Oh yeah, here you go.
Yeah. Send it to me. Maybe because my investor does all of Jersey. So
That's a good market to be in.
The
Tom's River.
yeah. So the ARV for that is 485. This was the most recent sale. similar square footage. So it depends how much they put into it. They can make good amount of money.
How come your owner doesn't want to buy out of curiosity?
Yeah, I told him, I'm like, you'll make more money if you fix it and sell it. But he says, he has a group, and so it's like they come together and make decisions. And he's saying that they don't want to invest the money. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Cool. Love it. So he's going to make a cool $7,000 for just being Humberto in the area that he's in.
yeah,
That's how, brother. I'm not joking. Like this is what you did. Just by being you and being in the area that you are, you're going to now make $7,000 if it comes in at list. Let's say you have multiple offers, we'll get more than that. Love it. Fidel, what do you got, brother? Before I let everybody go, talk to me.
Just currently working with 2 buyers right now that I'm trying to get them under contract.
You have offers coming in, right? Offers going out, I should say.
Yeah.
Good. I know we talked the other day, so awesome. Let me know if there's anything more I can do, but I think we went over everything that we needed to. So
Yeah.
I'll be good. I love it, brother. Everybody's got stuff in the hopper. See? Now imagine, I don't let you go on this because I do got to go. Imagine now once the market starts to turn and it turns for the positive. You guys are doing all the work that you're doing right now, building a foundation on bricks, not sticks. So when this fucking house blows, the wind blows and things get tough, you guys have your foundation's solid. It's on sticks. The agents that don't know what you guys know and aren't in the org because they don't understand how to talk to sellers and how to pre-qual buyers and sellers and what to say to them when you need a price reduction. They don't have these skills and tactics. You guys do. So when the market turns and it's going to turn for the better, you guys are going to explode, man. And I'm going to be here to watch it and fucking cheer you on. Clap for you. Because that's what we do here. I want everybody to cheer for me and want me to do well. Everybody around me. And I want everybody that is in my org that I'm around to do awesome and to be successful. Because success breeds success. So with that, I'll let you guys rock. I got to go. Appointment. So next week, I'm going to be in Sedona. So we will... I'm going to see if I can get somebody to do the call, but if I can't, then we'll just want to have a call next week. I will be at the Leadership Summit. Tom will be there. Keelan will be there. We're actually rooming together. So it'll be fun. Keelan and Tom wanted a room with yours truly. So I said, no problem. Let's rock and roll. So so it'll be fun. So if not, I don't talk to you guys. Have a great week and we'll reconnect in 2. Peace. How many of you in here have more than 2 lead sources that you go on every day? More than 2. 1 is none and 2 is 1. What do I mean by that? Let's use the example of you have a job interview tomorrow at 8 o'clock and you have your alarm clock that's plugged in, the power goes out and your alarm doesn't go off and you sleep in. If you only have that alarm clock, you're going to miss the appointment and that's it. The interview's over. You don't get the job. But if you had, let's say, a phone or another way to get up, that one goes out, but you still have the other one. So 1 is none, but 2 equals 1.